There was one case I had years ago that I'm really very proud of. This happened almost 30 years ago, and it was a death case, death of a young girl, 21 years old, and it happened out on the Courtney Campbell Causeway. And the reason she got killed was that a drunk driver had come across the center line and hit her head on. And in the processing of that case, I learned that I had a traffic engineer who told me that Hillsborough County and Pinellas County were violating the Federal Highway Act because they didn't have a center barrier on that road. It was open. The whole causeway was open. And so I looked a little further into it, and I found a meeting where the governments, the two county governments, had gotten together, and some of the commissioners had said, well, let's pull out the center barrier because we're a tourist area and trash could blow up against it and look bad. And they actually pulled it out in violation of law, federal law, and state law too. And I included them in the lawsuit, the wrongful death lawsuit. And I said the government's actions contributed to the death of this young woman. And the case proceeded on for about 1.5 years, and we settled it before trial. But part of the settlement that the family got was a promise that they would put in the federally mandated center barrier, which is now there. If you go on the Courtney Campbell, you can see it. And statistically speaking, about 12 to 15 people are alive today per year since then because they put the barrier in. So 30 years ago, I don't know, that's about maybe 1,000 people are alive today because a law firm forced the government to do what they were supposed to do. And I wish I had many cases like that. I may have many cases like that, but that's the one I really remember.